back again. 3811 podcast. No introductions needed, but they necessary. I got my brother Chad Hill to my right, and then we got our new guest Chad White. We done doubled up today to my left. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Man.
That's good. Yeah, man. So it's been weeks in the making?
Yeah.
Weeks in the making. We got this thing set up, and before the podcast got started, I was asking Chad, hold on, how am I going to justify this? Because I'm like, I got Chad over here. So when I say Chad H, I'm like, yo, H, yo, W.
Hey, look, people at work, people at school, man, they'll call me Chill, right? Because, not only am I chill, but it's C.Hill. So when they see that, it's like, oh, you chill. I'm like, yeah, that's me.
Oh, that's good. That's a little catchy line right there, man.
So you calling them Chill now?
Chill.
Chill's a tag name.
I want to call you CW, but that sounds like an old man name.
I'm old.
Hey,
I think that. I've accepted that, man.
Yeah, I don't want to call you an old man. So yeah, man, you know me for a pretty long time. Yeah. Like a pretty long time. What you been up to? I guess we could start off. What you been up to ever since I got out of high school, or what you got going on? Just fill the people in.
Man, when you take it back to when you was in high school, I got to remember when that was. I've been there for so long. It's been a minute. So So after 2007. I mean, pretty much the same. I mean, I've been coaching. I've been teaching. I've done a lot of different things over in the school system.
Mm-hmm.
Collaborative teaching and whatnot. And now kind of moved into administration, and I've been there for the last 5 or 6 years. But that's kind of how things have been going. But since you were gone, I'm still trying to touch lives, man. And help kids. That's what it's about.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Because you took for people to know, you took the girls basketball team to what, States?
Yeah, we went to States in 2010.
Okay, yeah, because I remember that, and that's just like so. Being in Fluvanna, being a coach, being a male African-American in Fluvanna County and taking up women's basketball, that's just like prolific right there, man. And then, I take my hat off to you for doing that.
Appreciate it.
We think you like inspiring a lot of people. Not think, but we know you inspired a lot of people, and people didn't know that you about to inspire them even more, So that's a good thing. Definitely. Yo, I know you had something for him, man.
Yeah,
you want to get into the nitty gritty now.
He said the nitty gritty.
Yeah, man. Just like he was mentioning, man. We was talking about who can we, bring up next. Like automatically, man. Right? You like to think about folks who are local. You know what I'm saying? People who bring a lot to the table. And I was like, yo, my man Chad, bro, we gotta get him in. Not only as the coolest name in the world, but you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Chill.
But hey, appreciate that. But definitely, man, over the years, watch my brother-in-law Dorian, man, playing basketball. Yeah. So I've got a chance to watch a couple of games with you, man, and watching your style of coaching, man, is just amazing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
And I did see though that you decided to stop coaching, but I kind of wanted to know or give the people just some of that knowledge, man, on what made you make that decision on to stop coaching.
Yeah, it was a tough decision, and it kind of started a couple years before I actually did it. It was with wanting to spend more time with the family, and my son, he was involved in sports and he was getting older. My daughter, graduated and whatnot, and I kind of looked at it like she was actually she was a manager for me for a long time, so she was there with me, and with my son being involved, it was like I can't get these years back, and I knew it was coming,
Mm-hmm.
and so kind of 2 years prior, I knew it was going to come at some point, and I just had a group that group of kids that were freshmen that I had, and I didn't want to leave in the middle of that. And said, I want to finish out and make a run with them. And then it was just like, it's family, man. And there's other things that I wanted to get involved in. And I mean, I had my hands, in a lot of things, and I needed to free myself up, like I said, for my son, for my family, spend time with them, but then so I can get involved in some other things that I was interested in.
Awesome, man. Yeah, that's being a mentor, man, you know, an African American, you know, mentor, it means a lot, you know, to folks in the community. People see you, man. I mean, what type of things, like I know you talked about being an administrator, you know, is that going well for you? You know,
yeah, man. I mean, it was just another way to reach kids. I mean, I was in the, you know, classroom for a long time, and I didn't see the administration piece. It was, you know, Mr. Barlow, James Barlow, who was our administrator, had been there for 15 years, and he had spoke to me. He was like, you know, I think like you should, you know, think about doing this. And I'm like, man, y'all got too many meetings. I can't. You know, that's too much time after school and stuff and meetings all day. I was like, I don't know if that's for me. And then, you know, gradually I, you know, and I told him I was, you know, I loved the one-on-one, like work with the kids in the classroom. And he said, well, look, you can still affect, you know, the kids and help them out, but in another way. And I never looked at it that way. And then I gradually, you know, just said, you know, wait, maybe I'll try my hand at this administration thing. And, you know, a position opened up, and did that, started classes, and
nice.
and really about to finish up now, just to take a big test, SLLA, pass that, and I'm add that endorsement onto my license. So yeah, man, it's just about growth, man.
That is awesome, bro. Yeah. Man, so like I also want to talk about, right, you know what I'm saying, talk about sports, right? You coach, but not only did you coach, but you played.
Yeah.
So like, you know, and you played for a great school, VCU, man. Talk to us a little bit about that.
That's the thing that everybody thinks that. I actually did not play for VCU. Like a lot of people think that, because I went to VCU, and you know, my thing was, yeah, it's funny because I always get people, you know, and then I tell them the story, and everybody's like, yeah, because he played for VCU. Once they started, you know, winning a lot, and they did fine when I was in school, but then it was like, yo, that's the school you went to, you played there. I'm like, well, slow that though. I could have been like, that was me, that was my school, but nah, I'm too authentic and real. I would never lie about anything like that.
Right.
But when I went to VCU, it was pretty much a couple of people that graduated from Fluvanna, and they were like, yeah, you could come up here, you could play here or whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah. And I went, visited the school. I liked the school.
Yeah.
Went up there, and I met Sonny Smith, God bless him. I mean, he passed away a little while ago. He coached Charles Barkley and whatnot. And I walked into the office on Franklin Street, into the gym, into his office, and was like, you know, do y'all have like any type of trials for walk-ons, anything like that? I really want to play. I, wasn't the best in high school. I mean, I did well, but he actually knew Coach Ratto, and he's like, oh, Monroe, you played for him. I remember seeing y'all in the state tournament last year. I said, right, that was us. That was my senior year. I said, so we had a conversation, and we had like a little tryout and whatnot. And me and another friend of mine, we were hoping to get, on as walk-ons. Coach Smith ended up retiring, and Coach McCarthy came in, and it was like a situation where he knew a couple kids from Verona. It was a hookup type thing, and it was like, you feel down, and it was like, but this kind of how it works, and it's cool. So I just started playing in a lot of leagues around Richmond, like a lot of, and because I started looking at things different. I couldn't picture my life without basketball.
Absolutely.
And it was like, my eyes were opening to other things, and and that type of thing. So that I was like, I'm good. And then I found out too, at that level with the division, them guys were like
the workouts.
Dude,
crazy.
People don't even realize. Hey, look, they don't even realize that.
Hey, look, student athlete, you know about that, brother.
Because I was at Liberty, man, and you know how we was doing there at Fluvanna. And then I go to Liberty, and I walk on a couple of times. I missed it because of my credits or whatever. So I, had to catch up on a couple classes. And when I finally got on the team, I was like, yo, this is a whole, when I tell you got to be there from the morning to the evening, right. It's not just one semester, it's year. And you might get that short window of time where you get to go back home for Christmas. And it's like, back at it. So I lasted 2 weeks, and I was like, Coach Rocco, I said, thank you for the opportunity, man. But, the workouts, getting up, and I just wasn't headstrong in it because I wanted to go to JMU, party with all the people I went to school with and stuff like that. So I can be like totally honest about it. But if you want to go to a D1 school, you better know what you getting yourself into. That's all I got. That's all I got to say. You know,
that's good advice, brother.
It's a whole different animal. But I respect everybody that made it through like 4 or 5 years of doing that. Yeah. All the walk-ons, but they did say we had one of the better walk-on classes, and a couple guys that walked on with me, they actually made it to the NFL. You know, just getting in on teams. Because a guy named Nico Davis, he was on a couple teams and everything like that. So, you know, you just got to persevere, man, and keep on pushing, because it's definitely a challenge. Definitely.
Absolutely. Oh man, shoot, man, like as
I ask. Oh, my bad.
No,
I be asking all the crazy questions. So look, we if you can talk about this.
Don't worry, if I can, I'm just can't answer that.
You went from like my class, if you can remember it, 2007 till now, and the change of like technology and everything like that, man, seeing how kids are developing different. What is your strategy like? You know, because you had to coach back then, so it was almost like an administrative role back then compared to now. Like, what tactics do you use to like captivate these kids' minds? Because, you know, the attention span and went down like that, man. So what kind of skills and attributes do you tell people, or can you like give people just to say how to like do certain situations? Or I know everybody's different, but
right. And you know, that's a good question, but you know, and I'll say this, like, things have changed, but it's big like right now because the world has changed, man. The problem we got with education, and people say because I'm in it, but I'm gonna be real. Like, you know, we're still stuck, you know, in the past. Like, education hasn't changed. The world has changed. Different things have changed. I mean, you got Tesla now. You got these cars. You know, you got the cars where you don't even have to. With Teslas, you don't even have to like drive it. It's a computer. It's this and that. All these things are changing, but we're still kind of stuck in the past. Right. You know, the classroom's still like assembly lines and things like that. So it's harder. It's finding ways to incorporate technology and resources because the kids are using it. Like, people are like, you know, get rid of the phones in the school. I'm looking at it like, how can we use the phone, you know, in the lesson plan? How can we incorporate that, you know, and that type of thing. So as far as reaching the kids, man, I'll tell you this, like, aside from the technology stuff is, and you may have heard this before, is building relationships. And that's been the key for me is that, because once I'm able to do that, then the kid is, you know, they trust you. They know that you're there for them and whatnot. And then I can get you to buy into some of the things that I'm doing. But it's a lot of technology being used now. I mean, you know, I don't think you don't want like specific things that we use. Though. No, I mean, like, it's just but we use it to it. Yeah, nah. That's
because what was I about to ask? And then like sports. And just like everything, just getting back on that, man, it's just like, just imagine if, I'm going a whole nother direction again, but it's like, just imagine if we had, you say like when you got out of school and the abilities for them to be like broadcast you on Instagram. And broadcast you on Facebook, you know, and just imagine how many people, I ain't gonna say missed a boat, but they could have got like way more exposure, like with like, you know, being on social media and stuff like that, man. And, you know, your track career, my track career, your basketball career and things like that. It's like, we just a little too late, man. Just a little too late.
Yeah, it's crazy now though. That you said that, because right before I stopped coaching, you know, I'm always researching for my players and find ways to reach out to coaches and getting them recruited and that type of thing. And there was there's still, I actually have to deactivate this thing now, coach, because I'm still getting emails. But I forgot the name of the site, but it's sort of like a Facebook type thing. But it's connecting with college coaches around the world. We did not have that, you know, back then. And all you're doing, you can upload the videos, you send it out. They can contact you, your players that you put on there. You set up their profiles. Coaches can contact them directly. They don't have to come to you can put game film up, like that stuff. We didn't have back then. Right. And so with technology, you know, that reaches out so far. Now you don't have to do, you know, all the work we had to do, where, you know, you got to get on the phone and call them. Hey, please, beg, come to the game. Watch this kid. It's just the technology has definitely helped out a lot of players.
Definitely. Oh yeah.
Man, look, you want to talk about, school systems, and kind of where we are now, as far as like technology, what do you think, the future holds, man, especially when you talk about like, COVID, this in the mix now, like how you feel about that, like with the school systems, like what's the future going to be for the kids coming up?
Yeah, COVID sucked, man, but and we still getting through it. I mean, people think we're not done yet, but I will tell you this, the positive that came out of it is in school, because the way we educate our students now, we were using technology, but we didn't understand, we didn't know all the resources that were out there, and now you're forced to use it. And so, even teachers that may have they're close to retirement and they're like, I don't even know how to turn this thing on. But to watch them say, if this is what's going to help our students, and get us to reach our students, I'm willing to learn it. And now you become a better teacher, better educator, because you have more tools in your toolkit to help the kids, instead of, sitting them in front of the classroom and just, lecturing out of an hour and 30 minutes, lecturing for an hour, and then, trying to keep them awake, and then, that type of thing. I think it's helped in that aspect that now, you were forced to use technology.
Man, I look at a lot of these kids, man, especially in the neighborhood inside the lake. When COVID hit, man, like I felt for them. I mean, the kids who were all about sports, right? Ready to play sports, but, couldn't, you see these kids get into some stuff, man, that's just like, oh, what in the world? I mean, just crazy stuff, man. And I don't know, man, like it just, I couldn't imagine, not being able to participate, my senior year playing football, running track, like the things that I loved. And like, and these kids, they're facing things now that, we couldn't really fathom at that point of our career, but like, from depression, anxiety, a lot of these kids, like one of my little rec league kids, man, that I coached last year, I always think about him because, he's a special kid, very talented, but he had a chance to go back to school. And then I think his mother decided to just take him out because he wasn't doing well. He just was not the same as he once was. And I don't know what triggered that. I mean, of course, COVID had to trigger that. But like, I don't know, man, like these kids' mindsets now, man, like I couldn't have gone through this stuff with these, kids are going through now, man. I'll tell you, it's just different now.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Yeah.
I think it's like that whole like human interaction type thing, and you see how much people need to be around people, and you probably see it too. Like these kids probably came back to school and they was like, throwing their hands up like yes, like they was excited, and then we was sitting there like, man, I gotta get up and go in here again, But it just shows you how much like that intertwined like human like aspect needs to happen, for kids and everything like that, because you had so much other stuff going on like at home with parents and relationships that was bad and stuff like that, and the kids had to be kind of like around that and be a product of that. But if they would have just been at school, some things may not have transpired and things like that. But it's like a curse and a blessing, like you said, because it forced people to get out of their comfort zone, force people to learn new things. And
absolutely.
And I think like this time a lot of people made a whole lot of money. Like you can see it online statistically, people made more money during this pandemic than certain periods in time in life. So yeah, it's definitely been like a crazy situation. Definitely a crazy situation. But I got beef with CW. Because I think, man, they beat us in basketball. I think it was a teacher basketball game.
I
want to say. Yeah, they was cheating, man.
Was it?
They had seriously him, the CW. They had the lineup, man. Chad, it was like LeBron and them playing against you know what I'm saying? He out there dunking.
Somebody
and stuff.
Brought that up. That's funny. That you said that. I really think
right before
was it
this.
Brian, man? Was it Brian? Brian? Well,
I can't remember, man.
Was Brian? He's a comedian now.
Brian.
Oh,
Brian.
Younger than you. I can't.
Oh, Brian ordered me. Brian.
Okay.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. But yo.
It goes by Brian. I think O'Neal on Facebook. Or something like that. Yeah, he brought that. He posted that on Facebook. something about like, yeah, I remember, and tagged me in like the thing, and was like, yeah, it wasn't fair, and
shit.
like, man, how old are you? Like, dude, you like what, 35 now? Like, I don't even remember.
Hey, look, we played against them too, man, in the rec league, and the county league, Albemarle County League, man. Yeah. I think it was like A or B league, man. That you played for some team, forget who it was, but I played on a couple of teams. The main one was the Anytime Fitness team, man, and we played against you. I can't remember if we lost or we beat you. I can't remember.
Y'all probably lost.
Yo,
hey, because y'all cheated. Then
I remember like it was yesterday because we had a game like every year, right?
Yeah, we had teachers versus students.
And then man, this dude come down there, look, just like then all of a sudden pull up. Then he just make it and just look at us like, all right, yeah. So like cool, walking away.
It won't happen no more. Yeah. It haven't happened. That was a long time ago.
Man, that was back in your younger days.
That's dope, man. Y'all school did that, man. I don't remember Albemarle doing that at all. Like, we doing some type of like teacher
every year.
Dang, yeah, we had that like almost
still
every
have
year.
it going on.
Really?
Not this year, but
so y'all of course a smaller school though. But like, you know what I'm saying, like Albemarle, I feel like, I don't know, man. They just didn't do those type of things. It would have been cool. It'd been fun, but yeah.
I think it goes down to what Chad was saying. Like, it's just creating that camaraderie with like the students and the teachers, and I don't really think it's like anybody that was influencer that really had like serious problems with the teacher, because I feel like we all just like we did stuff like that to kind of create that companionship and everything like that. So that was the fun part about high school, not getting beat, but having the games and stuff like that.
They would cheat a little bit, man. But they didn't really have to do that though.
Throwing elbows, hitting us in the back of the head.
We were young back then, so we could compete with them. Now lately, the kid, they're still cheating, and it's like, and I'm a competitor, so like a couple years ago, now I messed up. Actually, in the Albemarle League years ago, I messed up my quad. And it's like, it just hasn't been the same. I didn't rehab like I was supposed to. And we're playing in the teachers versus students now.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is crazy. Like, y'all got to stop running.
Yeah.
Like, see, I'm older now, and it's like, I'm actually, I want to get subbed out. Like, come on, like, what you coming in for him? Like, so that's the difference.
Let me ask you this, man. Like, I know you're not coaching anymore, but like, do you still look around, like, locally for like talent, man? Like, whether it be, male or female that's out there. Do you see any like major talent out there right now?
Yeah. It's still some, and I'm just kind of here now, just I'm enjoying, watching, and, if I can help any kid, and it doesn't have to be Fluvanna. This is, I've throughout my years, just, helping other kids too from, teams that we're playing. And if the kid has the ability to play and they just want, people told me before, they're like, why, you talking to her about college? Well, yeah, she wants to go to college. I don't care that she's CHS and whatnot. And I'm gonna try to put her in contact with with coaches that I know and try to help them out. But yeah, it's definitely talent out there, man. For sure.
I just saw that some league was trying to come, like some Central Virginia team was supposed to be organized for like ages was it 15 through 19 or something like that. I didn't look at it in detail, but I thought that was a major thing, man, to bring this organization, I can't remember where it was at.
Boo Williams?
But that's what it was, Boo Williams, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how soon it's going to happen, but that's great,
it's happening now.
It is happening now?
Yeah, let's see, two of our players, they're on the team. Like, well, I didn't coach. Well, one of them I coached my last year. She was a freshman. She's a sophomore right now. She's going to be on the team. And then another player that was playing this year, she was a sophomore. She's going to be on the team. And my man Tabor's going to be coaching. He's the one who posted it, so I'm sure Tabor Martin from Charlottesville. He's coached some players before. He does a fantastic job. I think he's going to be the coach for it. So. But Williams is a huge program. So
that's okay.
So
does it ever get tempted, man, to be like, all right, I know I said I'm not going to coach no more, but like, you ever still get that urge? It's like, all right, let me jump in just a little bit. I don't want to get, all the way in the water, but like just kind of, took my feet back out there again. Do you ever get that feeling?
Not as much as people probably think. I'm more like, I tell them if I could go to the practices and just give me a bunch of kids to work with and develop. I like that part. And then I'm like, y'all, let me do that at practice, come into practice every day. And y'all, work with kids, and then y'all had the games. I don't.
Yeah.
The games. I mean, I'm not. The games are not.
Yeah.
I'd rather work, in practice, help develop the players.
Yeah.
And then let the other people coach the game.
Because how old were you when you was coaching the girls basketball team? When you first started?
See, probably when I got I had the JV team. I was young, man. I was probably 23 when I started them, and then I think I got the varsity job at 26 or something like that.
So was that when you got that varsity job? Was it me being 26? I know where my mind was, but was it like hard, or was it like a mental like boom, like I got a lockdown right now? It'll just like elevate you to a whole nother level or something like that.
I think it was more the competition, like the coaches that were already in the district that I had seen, while I was coaching JV, and it was like, all right, I gotta step my game up, because it was nothing against the people that was coaching JV, because the first year I did JV, we did a very good job.
Yeah.
And I think it was just, we had some players that bought into what I was telling them, and then I knew when I went to varsity, it was like, all right, I got to make sure, it was a lot of clinics that I went to, and I was like, I want to make sure I'm on top of my game for sure, because I'm competitive, and I knew some of the coaches have been coaching for a while, so it was more of a challenge, here than anything. Gotcha. Like, yeah.
That's what's up, man, because there's a great debate out there. You old enough to have watched Michael Jordan play, and we all done watch LeBron play.
Yeah.
So we're going to put CW on the spot right now.
Uh-oh.
We want to know. I probably already know, but there's this debate. Can you shut it down for all the young folks? Or can you just like elaborate on who you think is better? Because I'm going with MJ. But I want to know who you going with.
All right, I've been blessed to watch both. I mean, I watched Jordan, in his prime, and a little before his prime too. I mean, I was able to watch him and then watch LeBron. And I mean, they're two different types of players, but when you talk about greatness and who's the best, and people always say you can't do that and can't compare, but you can. I mean, and I'm taking MJ all day. So it's just nothing against LeBron, but it's just he was just a different monster. And people will say LeBron does this and LeBron does that. Jordan he didn't need to do all that. He wasn't asked to rebound a lot. He wasn't asked to, play defense and score. And that's what he did. And he was lethal, and he would rip your heart out. I see that's the difference, is like when Jordan, and I tell people this, like watching the games, when I would watch them, when Jordan got the ball and the game was like close and it's the end. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, like that's it. It's a wrap. Yeah. LeBron is much. I mean, he can make a play, but I've seen them both, and I fear Jordan more. Let's just put it that way. I fear him more. True that. And I actually fear Kobe more than I fear LeBron. As far as when it came down to, like, I don't know, just that killer instinct. Yeah. Like I'm not passing it. Yeah. They know I'm not passing it, but it don't matter. LeBron is like, I'll give it up, because it's like, well, that's the right play. But when you the man, I'm gonna live and die with the ball in my hand, and that's how Jordan and Kobe were. So I just
Kobe was my guy, man. That was I mean, comparing Kobe to LeBron, man, I'm definitely rocking with Kobe.
Oh, you open a whole nother can of worms right there.
I'm rocking with Kobe, man.
Yeah, because I watched that what was that documentary on Michael Jordan? I watched that, and
it was on Netflix for a little bit. Yeah, that one. Yeah,
and it's like one of the guys was like, "This dude was an asshole." Blah, blah, blah. True. But then he was like, as he got older, he said he was so competitive that he understood why he was the way he was, and he said it made him a better person, just because of being around Michael Jordan. And he was like, "Dude, just like you hear that Kevin Garnett story."
I haven't. I was on Bleacher Report. I was going to click on it. I didn't.
Have you heard it?
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for y'all.
But maybe I did.
When he was when he was a rookie. Oh. And he was like, the time he was like, man, you don't ever backtalk Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Okay. And I do remember seeing that.
He was like the dude, I forgot the dude's name, but he had like 14 or something like that going into he said he was doing good or whatever, and then he was he was putting up some points on Mike and everything like that. Then Kevin Garnett was like, "Yeah, keep schooling him." Then a dude was like, "Man, Mike, he don't know what he talking about, man." He said, "Man, don't pay attention to the young boy, man." He was like, "Keep going at it, man."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Kevin Garnett said, "Man, I just like seen something like turn on to him," and he just was like running back to the bench. He said, "Man, when you know you on defense the whole time, you just get back like, dog, like man, I don't know." He's like, yo, he said, y'all done, young man? Michael Jordan is just, he's something special, man. Something super special. And I'm glad I was able to watch him play,
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Yeah. I mean, I wish to watch Kobe. I had a chance, man, to watch Kobe play, man. I'm till this day, man, I talked to my homie that had an opportunity to pop up, and I wanted to punch him in his head like, dude, why didn't we go through with this, man? To go see Kobe play.
Yeah.
That's just, I always think about that, man. I mean,
have you been to any like big time games or anything like that?
Nah, man, like the NBA games. Not that I never wanted to go. I just, I don't know. I guess it was the time. I just never made the time. I was, busy with stuff, but I don't know. Then I'm like, hey, the money. It was just like, I just haven't, but I am now that my son, and he's in the basketball. So I want to, we'll probably definitely catch some more games. And I may have, man. I'm old. I can't even sometimes. But I could count it on one hand if I have.
Man, the one game that I went to was in, of course, DC. Man, watched the Wizards. Man, they was playing against the Clippers, and this is when Blake Griffin was in his prime. Oh my dude, I'm telling you, man, like that dude was a freak. I mean, he was just gliding all over the floor like it wasn't nothing. I'm like, are we like really? And we have some nosebleeders, but like, so we could see decently. Right. But when I watched that game, man, of course, John Wall, he was still, doing good. But like just watching him as a player, dude, and to kind of see where he is now, I mean, you can tell, he's slowly just injuries. Yep. Age.
My guys just bought him out. I'm a Detroit Pistons fan.
So. Okay.
I'm a New Jersey Nets fan.
I was going to say, we might as well go and get this over with, man. So, Nets. Okay, look, hey, I've been, before Kobe even thought about getting on the Lakers, man, I've been a Lakers fan forever. So,
we know all y'all bandwagon.
Nah, man.
That's like with the Cowboys, Patriots fans, Steelers fans, all y'all.
I can't stand the Cowboys.
I don't know which team you like, but
I'm a Dolphins fan. See, look, I'm a true
respect
fan.
that.
Like my teams have been struggling, like Detroit's struggling now, but it's okay. They're rebuilding. I'm there, regardless. I'm a Georgia Tech fan, so I mean, I'm sorry UVA had to play it. Caught COVID, but that got us in the final, so I was cool. Because I was worried about that game tonight. I said, man, we right here. We're already in the NCAA tournament, and we've been struggling for some years, and it's like, we got to win the championship. It's meant to be.
Yeah. So, that's pretty sweet, man. Because it's like, I can understand with Chad, because, I'm a Nets fan, I'm a Saints fan.
Okay, you didn't say that. Yep.
So it's just like, you I don't know, man. I picked up them teams and everybody like, why you like them? Yeah. But I've been riding with them ever since. I got my championship with the Saints in 2010, but I haven't seen nothing with the Nets yet. Because I've been there ever since, Jason Kidd, Kenyon Martin, Richard Jefferson.
Hold on, the Nets
they'll be okay this year.
Yeah,
because Blake just went to the Nets.
That's
what
we just picked him up.
Detroit bought him out, and then he signed with
so
the Nets.
Y'all got... Now, okay.
Yeah.
Now, you're a bandwagon fan.
I knew you was going to do that.
Man, look, I mean, talking about NFL, man, like, you want to talk about a team who you stuck with and just riding on out, man. I've been a Washington football team, just fan for, as long as I can remember, dude. Me and my grandpa, my, father. Man, it's been tough. It's been tough holding on, man. I mean,
y'all got bad juju on y'all, though, man. How in the world Doug Williams gonna win the Super Bowl, then you gonna cut him right after that?
The whole organization, man. I would say, from last year, we took, ahead of the, conference title, but we got off. We got some offense issues, bro. That I don't know what the plan is, man. Really, the issues is in that office, man. There's a whole lot of nonsense happening up in there. But our defense, man, we got great potential, man. Yeah. We definitely got some great potential. I'm looking forward to defensive plays with the youngsters, man, next year. So
what Tua gonna do for them Dolphins, man?
Yeah, Tua gonna be right, man. They just got to give him some time, man. The man was coming off a hip injury and all that stuff, and
true.
And Flores gonna get him right. That's my guy. I was, Brian Flores. I really like him, and I think he's gonna make the right moves. Everybody wants. Now, don't get me wrong. If Deshaun Watson is gonna come there, I'll take that.
Yeah,
but I got faith in Tua, so we'll see.
Yeah, because it's like, man, Miami, y'all got like what legit receivers and good quarterback, solid running backs.
Defense is really good. We were number one for a minute in the league.
And then it's just like can't get over that hump, man. Plus, you was playing against Tom Brady.
You had like for years, you got Brady.
Yeah, you got to run across him every single year, and it's like that's Miami, one of those teams. Like I will watch them. I will not watch Cleveland Browns play. It's something about them.
See, like, I'm there with you.
Yeah, it's like when it comes on TV, I think everybody on the East Coast feel like that except for Cleveland Browns fans. They come on the TV, you just like, click it right off.
I can't do it. Yeah, that's crazy.
And I don't know why people feel like that, but because it's like been I'm a historian. Was like Bernie Kosar? And then like he was taking them to game like championship games and stuff like that and everything. But it's just like something about when the Browns come on, I will turn the TV every single time, man. Every time.
Shoot, they at least last year, man, they had some great potential, man. Some great opportunities. I think they played better without Odell on the team, man.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that chemistry was just they was rocking, but. Of course, better team won. I think they're decent, but, I probably wouldn't watch the full game myself.
They did well. They did well. I don't know. Maybe it's the jerseys or something. I don't know. Like I just don't. The Browns I just don't be feeling it.
It's like one of them teams that need to go ahead and move cities because you figure out the LeBron, did what he did, came back, man. The city be hyped up, and people. I still feel the same way about them. I'm like, nah. I'm not having it because I just saw Brady. He signed back for another year.
He did
today, and then like watching that game. I ain't a conspiracy theorist at all, but I could see it in Patrick Mahomes' eyes. Somebody was like, if you don't lose this game, like we're going to have some problems. You could see him before the game, man. So I ain't really big on, but they play their defense or whatever. Tina at the daycare, she a Tampa fan, so she in there trotting around.
Oh, Tampa.
I'm a Saints fan, so I'm in there looking at her like, all right, whatever. But it's congratulations.
I respect Brady, man. I just he's just one of them people that you don't want to like. And with me being a Dolphins fan, I would tell people and they thought I was crazy. I said, like, say for instance, the Dolphins had a chance to win win the division or whatever, and say the Patriots were playing. Let's just say the Dolphins needed the Patriots to beat the Bills in order at the end of the season, in order for the Dolphins to clinch the division. I would still, in Tom Brady's plan, I still want New England to lose. It's just like I don't want first. Like if Brady has to win, I don't want first.
He definitely built that upon himself too, man.
Man, Brady,
I think it's that whole like team vibe, because it's like when you get caught cheating like that, man, it's gonna carry with you for your whole entire career.
Absolutely.
No matter if like he was doing it, if he was doing it, right. But it's just what everybody gonna feel that way towards them, and the only people that's gonna feel different is Patriots fans. Because I know a couple. I know this one girl. She a Patriots fan. I'm like, where'd you come from? I'm like, I ain't never seen you liking them, and then all of a sudden, like within that past, she know what I'm talking about if she watching this, but I was like, where did you come from? Because
true bandwagon.
It's like I've seen it happen in phases. Seahawks. All of a sudden they start winning. People coming out of nowhere, man. I mean, you seeing them at the stores with the jerseys.
People didn't even know Seattle had a team.
Exactly. Exactly.
And they got the jerseys on and everything, man. I was like, yo, where these people come from?
Yo, I only know, like, we talking about the Browns. I know one Browns fan. Like, that's it. Like, I was gonna say I can't really think of a Browns fan, but I used to work with one. He was from Cleveland, so like that was his team. But he would still rock with, now that he's on the East Coast, with the Washington football team. So like, yeah, man. I mean, the Browns, dude.
Do you get that question when you tell people you're a Miami fan? Do they like, oh, you from down there?
No, not that. They just asked me why did I like Miami, and I'm like, and it came from my father. I mean, my father he's a Miami fan, so me growing up, not that he said like you need to watch Miami, but he always talked about it. And I mean, when I started watching, and I saw Marino, Clayton, Duper, all them guys, and I'm watching the game. I'm like, yeah, I like this. They throw the ball a lot. Marino was good, so that's what kind of made me start liking them.
Can't nobody win an argument against you though. They like, man, I got 4 Super Bowls. I got 5. And you like, I'm the only one that got an undefeated season. So it's like, you shut that conversation down real quick.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, man, you can't argue that one, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, the only team, like, maybe in our lifetimes we might see somebody do it, but I don't think just because of the way the league's set up now, what teams could stay together back then. Now it's just like you sneeze and somebody gone, already.
Right. Yeah. Well, the Patriots did it, but they lost in the Super Bowl. I mean, they went undefeated.
Oh yeah,
they lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl. So that's why I was like, people were like, yeah, well, they went nah. But the Dolphins they played less games back then. But the Dolphins went undefeated and won the Super Bowl against the Redskins. So,
hey, look, I wasn't going to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, back then it was.
Yeah. So,
dang, jab.
Look, hey, we still holding it down. Look.
Hey, look, I can say I ain't never lost a Super Bowl though. Won, and we beat Peyton.
Yeah.
I ain't got much weight to carry, but I can throw that out there.
That was just meant to be that season because y'all went through everything. Was that
the Hurricane Katrina the next year?
That was definitely destined right there.
And then what I've been going. So my wife a Vikings fan. So
what I've been
what I've been going through the past couple years. That first, I remember. I was standing right over there, and when Diggs, I was like, what's his name? I forgot his daggone name. He missed a tackle. I had my daughter's basketball in my hand. I almost put a hole in that wall. I tell you, I almost put a hole in that wall, man. I threw it at the wall and dropped to my knees right in front of the TV right there. And I just was like, we had the game won.
I didn't even see the play. I had to see the replay because I didn't see it. And I was like, what? That really happened?
We had the game won. All he had to do was tackle him. Yeah. Had the game won. And I was sick to my stomach. And then it just kept on happening. Then the Rams, against the Rams, when the dude. The plant manager at my old job, he had the nerve to say, oh, referees miss calls all the time. He had the nerve to tell me that.
That was obvious, though.
And I looked at him like,
ain't no excuse for that.
Yeah, did you just say that for real? It's like, ain't no way you just said that. He was like, it happens all the time. I was like, nah, what planet you living on? For real. Man. Yeah, man. So I guess, another thing, like I wanted to ask you, how much you being around kids and everything like that, and just growing up in this field of service, helping people out and everything like that. How much has it developed you as a human, as far as you like your life and everything like that?
Yeah, but it's definitely developed me. And the biggest thing is seeing, the different backgrounds, the different issues that the kids, had to deal with. And I mean, growing up, we all have our things that we go through. And some you can relate to the kids, some you can't, and there's certain things where seeing that it's tough, man. So it makes you appreciate a lot of things in life and whatnot. So and the growth would definitely be that, the appreciation and whatnot of just life, man, and the fact that my kids don't have to, live like that. And, and it's like, just that type of stuff, man. I mean, we deal with kids, because of confidentiality. I can't speak on certain things, But you know, you got kids that are homeless, man, that people can't like hear. Like they think, like, really in Fluvanna? Like, yeah. Like we got kids that are considered homeless. We got kids that you know, and I can just be because I'm not divulging. Like you got kids that parents are, you know, abusing and things like that. Mm-hmm. It's real. Like we deal with that. And and it's tough, man. It's tough, and you want to just, you know, you want to take them and just put them in your house. Yeah. But you know, you can't do that. And it's it definitely, man. I would just say it makes you appreciate the little things, and that you didn't have to go through some of that stuff, and you try to figure out, like, you know, how to get the kid out of the situation and why are they going through this. And, you know.
Yeah. Because that's one of the things, like, I'm trying to, like, work towards is, like, if it's a way I can build some kind of, like, Sunday mentorship or something like that, get like a location where, you know, if it has to be like confidential, or maybe people just like show up, they can just come, kids can come hang out and, you know, just get a word if y'all fellas want to like join me in it. It's doing something for the community and stuff like that. Just being a listening ear just for somebody, anybody, you know, and I feel like you in that particular situation, man, I want to help everybody, but I know I can't, you know, but if I can do one simple thing to help out like a couple individuals, it'll be profound to me. So I definitely, I'm writing down in my little book, trying to create like little ideas and different things so I can get people engaged with it to help the community out too as well.
Yeah, that's good. That's
absolutely
good,
man.
So
what kind of advice you would give, man, to some, you know, body who maybe wanting to get, you know, in the teaching field or, you know, coaching field? What advice would you want to give to them?
I'll say for teaching, man, like, because I'm very passionate about it. And I tell them, don't come in if you don't care about these kids. And I mean, you know, and I'm real. When it gets to that, you got to care about these kids. If you're not about the kids, then don't get into it. And then I tell them all the time, like the teachers I'm mentoring now and stuff, like, you know, your contract may say 8 to 4. It's not 8 to 4, yo. Like it don't work that way, because 8 to 4, that you're gonna have to go outside that, because not every kid can fit into that 8 to 4. They may need you 4 to 5 sometimes. They may need you 4 to 6. That's what it is. And no, you're not getting paid any extra for it. But that's why it takes special people to be in this profession, because everybody wants to get paid extra sometimes. Not everyone, but people want to get paid extra for that stuff. But this is just what it is with this profession. So when you get into it, it's long hours. You're not getting paid extra. And people will say, well, you're not getting paid that much, but it's not bad. Like, you know, it's not bad, you know, not for this area and whatnot, but you have to put in the extra hours. So you better be about these kids, especially when you come to me, man. If it ain't about this kid and you're lazy and you don't want to do, then I'm letting you know that. But it's coming from the heart, and it's like, that's the biggest thing. If you're getting into teaching, you better be about these kids.
Right.
Yeah, because that's a great.
That's good. That's good advice.
That's a like not to divert off of that. It's like when I work for the post office, man, you gotta be about delivering these packages. you gotta put that time in. If you ain't, you gotta hit the streets. But it's very like you were saying, trying to transform the education system. You see that as lacking. You know, you see these kids going through different things, man. I can just it takes God's greatest soldiers to be in, you know, jobs like that, man, because you got to endure so much. And just as much as, you know, you wear that face every single day, you got to wear it around all the time, man. But, you know, internally, it's just it's conflicts out there that you can't wrestle down, or, you know, you're trying to put your hand on and stuff like that. So it's like, man, respect these teachers, respect these coaches. Because me and Chad was talking about that young guy that Cam Newton got disrespected by, man. And it's like, do you know, like, if Michael Jordan had a camp, you gonna be up there like running your mouth to Michael Jordan, right. Like you gonna be up there trying to soak everything in, you know? Right. And it's like people out here just like, I hear people saying stuff about teachers and, you know, and everything like that, but that was like the outlet for, it's like Coach Sheridan. That dude's like my best friend, man. Yeah. You know? And, you know, without him and just having like certain teachers like him, like I can say Miss Steer, just different people in my life. Imagine if these people that you didn't encounter were missing, in your life, and how your life would have been impacted. Your parents aren't the only ones that impact your life. It's like the people that are around you. So I appreciate you, man. Always have, always will, even though you beat us in basketball.
He's gonna hold that on you.
I will say, you said you keep using the word teachers, man, and and this has come from me, but it's a conference that I went to last week. And on 12 to 6 on Saturday, 12 to 6 on Sunday. And it's talking about being a revolutionary educator. So I'm preaching that a lot because we don't need any more teachers. Like teachers, there's like a cookie cutter type. This is what a teacher. No, we need revolutionary educators. We gotta, the world is changing. We gotta get people out there that want to, get creative with things to try to meet the needs of the kids, because that's what it's about. So we need more revolutionary educators and out here right now during these times. And I will also say we point the finger at the kids a lot too. When people say, well, the kids are different from back then. Nah, man, hell no. It's not the kids. It's there's like, well, they don't want to listen. They don't. Nah, it's the adults around them. It's not the kids. You just not holding them accountable. You're not doing it. It's the adults that are doing it. Because they're children. So I like to say that too. It's not the kids. That's the easy out. It's like, no, it's the adults around them, because the kids are only doing what's being allowed or what they see and what's accepted by the people around them.
Is that the same thing that like Dame Dash was in?
That's exactly who did it. Yeah, Dame gave him the platform. So I follow. I'm a huge Dame. I know when I say this, some people are like, he's at, man, they don't really know. Dame's my guy. So he gave him the platform. Principal Amen Ra from Compton created a charter school and out there called the U.
Nice.
He wanted to get a lot of educators, of color and whatnot from throughout the nation, and he wanted to do this big. About 3 months ago, he said he had the idea, and I had already joined like the little group and whatnot. And he wanted to put this huge conference together. And so Dame had met him somehow. And he said, well, look, because Dame's got his own production, all this stuff, his own, all that. So he said, I'm going to use my studio here. I'll give you the platform, because I think this is huge. I went through it. Best $67 I've invested ever in my life. Nice. Epic conference, and learned a lot of stuff. And man. And that's the movement, is trying to get a lot of revolutionary educators out here so we could change and be change agents, man, and change the world.
Change these kids, man. So just to kind of think about, like these kids, man. Like I know when you watch your son play ball, man, because I watched him. That boy is talented, man. Super gifted. I mean, of course, the apple don't fall too far from the tree, and so, I know you always have a proud moment when you watch your kid. Did you ever, while coaching, like going back to coaching, did you ever get that moment where, you saw a kid who you invested the time, sweat, blood, and energy, man, into, and you actually like gradually saw that person grow, man, and you really was like, man, like it really did pay off. Because I know sometimes, it doesn't always pan out the way you want, but like that's just life. But did you ever have that moment where it's like, man, this is why I do it. This is my why.
I think I know a couple players.
Yeah, it was a few, man, that you see from the start, because they all have dreams of playing college basketball, things like that. And I know at times when they were young, and I'm telling them, yes, definitely shoot for this, because everybody thinks Division I. I mean, that's just immediate, because that's what you see on TV.
Absolutely.
And and I see kids, and I tell them, definitely work like that. Like you want a Division I scholarship, but understand there are other schools, plenty of schools. You need to, make sure that you pick the right one that's right for you. And I've seen players, start getting that as they develop. And we used to go to a lot of the UVA games, and I didn't go just for the entertainment, but we'd come back and I say, see, that's a Division I play while we there. Like, so if that's what you want, look what you got to go up against. Look at what, and self-evaluate yourself and say, where am I at right now? And then you might have to say, whoa, all right, so how about Division II? Look at that Division II. We'll go to, all right, maybe Division III. So I've seen players grow, and definitely. I definitely have some that you watch them grow, and it's like, wow, like they got it, man. They finally got it. They know I'm not just being an ass the whole time. Like they understand.
Right. That's awesome, man. You still have those relationships with like certain, kids, man. That if it wasn't for Coach White, man, I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. We have. I keep in contact with back like when I first started coaching.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice. Man. It's still, I still have players that I keep in contact with, and that's just me. It's like I have more daughters. I mean, I always tell them they're my daughters, and so still contact me. I still contact them. That's just what it is.
That's a blessing, man. Because I know a lot of these kids, man. You talk about their hardships and kind of what they've gone through. Some of them didn't, have a father in their lives, man. So I'm sure they look to you. Of course, you can't be their dad, but like, you know what I'm saying, like you bring so much to the table to where like they can just soak up like a sponge, like all the knowledge, man, and info that you have, man. I know that's a special feeling, man, that these kids can get from you. So definitely appreciate you, everything that you do, bro.
Thank you. They give a lot to me though, man. That's what I tell them. They don't realize.
Yeah, they don't. Right.
I tell them, y'all give a lot to me.
Yeah,
for real.
So like I had another question for you. So
ask away, man.
Like you see Nick Saban, right? He one of those types of coaches that lives and dies by, I'm gonna play my best player possible. What's like the hardest part about having to be in one of those situations where somebody better, they've been here 2 years longer than them, but hey, and I've seen it play out in my life, just seeing coaches not playing people that's better than the next man. How did you handle particular situations like that?
You said playing
so say like if a senior was playing and then you got a freshman that's an all-star and you they better. How do you deal with that type of aspect of it, especially being in high school where the parents is just like,
my baby should be starting. What do you think you're doing benching them?
I mean, I've gone through that. What you said, they're better. I mean, but no, it's having a conversation though, and usually by that time when my players are seniors, what we do in the program, I mean, it's not just the basketball thing, but I'm trying to make them better people, and we're using basketball. We're just using basketball as a tool. So by that time, if you've been with me and you're a senior, we had a couple seniors in that situation, but they understood. It didn't feel good, but they had built up. They understood because by then, I mean, these are things we constantly talk about. So in ninth grade, 10th grade year, whether they started with me as a 10th grader by the senior year, they knew that's a possibility, and I'm going to do what's best for the team.
There we go.
And they knew that. Now, I mean, did it bother them? Some of them, yeah, sure. Did some of them? Most of them, like I said, they handled it well, even though they may have gone home and said, but they knew, when I come back, I do know what it's about because I have players right now. It's so funny seeing just names like Latoya Douglas was on. It was funny. She had hit me like when she's on Facebook. It's like, yeah, Coach White, it's always basketball, never personal. And hearing the players repeat the things,
nice.
This was years ago. Latoya played, and it's like, that's what I always talked about. I said, guys, any decision we make and anything that I do, I love you. It's basketball. It's never personal. And, it's always a basketball move and what's better for the team. It's nothing about you. It's the team. So it's never personal. And they remember that and they know.
It's good. That's a good word of knowledge right there to hold on to, man. Because I know a lot of people, especially playing like pickup games in town, man, growing up in Charlottesville. Hey, it's a fight, man. Hey, look, they don't care. Look, it's personal. Look, we about to see hands up, man. I think the last game I was playing, man, I think we were at what's that school right there, right across from like downtown, and they opened the gym up for a lot of players.
The Rec?
No, not the Rec. I always not that one. We were at they turned it into like this. Dang, what is that place?
Got me thinking now.
It's a school.
Yeah, well, I think it used to be. So, oh man, I'm drawing a blank, dude. Like
across from downtown.
Yeah. So all right. So what the little office supplies little spot right there, like.
Yeah. Right there beside McDonald's.
You talk about
I can't think of.
They got like old food places in it now and stuff like that.
So yeah, so that school is like right, directly across the street from that spot.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Got the little garage up on it.
No. Yeah. Carver, is it Carver? Right?
Carver Rec Center.
Yeah, I think it's something like that.
I know it was a rec, but
something like
But like the last time I was there, man, I couldn't even think of it, bro. It's been that long since I played there, but like I had to break up a fight. I was like, bro, like, hey, come on, guys, like you know what I'm saying. We all just out here trying to get a workout.
Right.
We all you know we got dad bods now, man, but we still trying to, you know what I'm saying. We're still trying to work it out a little bit. And these dudes out here just wow. And I say, hey man, look, it ain't that personal, guys. Just, you know what I'm saying, just basketball, man. Let's go out here and have a good time. But nah, these young boys, man, you know what I'm saying, not only do they want that respect, but they want to dominate, you know what I'm saying? They like the whole competitive nature. So but nah, that's some good knowledge you spit right there, bro. I know it went a long way with the ladies.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. But I think, what, you got any more questions or anything like that, man?
Man,
keep rolling, man. It's whatever.
I was gonna say, man, look, I mean, we can dive into any other topic, but I mean, if you ain't got nothing, bro, I'll we can end it right here. I mean,
yeah, because I think I asked everything I needed, and I got all the information. Yeah. It's definitely, as I'm trying to grow, within this journey in my life and receive information and just take it in and process it, man. Just learning from somebody that's already been through it and is constantly going through it and still elevating themselves within the craft, revolutionary education, and just trying to propel these kids to a certain level, man, because, if anybody can acknowledge something in life, you need to acknowledge people's success. Yeah. And like I said, I can bring it up easy. This man took the girls basketball team to the state championship. Yeah. When he first jumped in there, you seen how hard the girls was working, bought into the program. And it's like, if you can't take anybody from Fluvanna that knows CW, if they can't take some of that, from him and apply it to their life, then I don't know what to tell them, man, because it's just something that's always engraved in your mind when you look at that person. Well, first time, when I look at you and I see you in the street, I'm like, that man a winner, that man a success. He succeeded at something in life. So why wouldn't I want to elevate myself to that, prosperous land like he going to as well? So
it's crazy, man.
Yeah,
y'all don't realize this stuff is crazy to me, man. I appreciate it. Seriously, I don't. And I'm not just cutting in because it's when these things happen and people come and they say these things, I tell people all the time, I'm uncomfortable with that. Because I've never, I'm I don't know what I'm doing. I'll just be a bee. It's you get these things and, I appreciate this and, you guys thinking about me and whatnot. I'm like me, I'm just being, you just don't realize. And you guys the same thing. You'll see, you're going to have people come up and which if they haven't done it already, just come up and you're like, what? I really I did that. I didn't. I was just kind of being me. I wasn't, because you're not doing it for that, and you're authentic. You're authentic. You're genuine. It's just that's how. And people recognize that, I guess, and that's you just when you're authentic and you're real, you just don't because you're not looking for anything. You're just being you.
There we go.
So when they come and they tell you these things like y'all are doing, it's it's highly appreciated, but. Like I said, I'm uncomfortable in it. I had I just had the superintendent the other day, tell me, I was telling him something. He said, thank you, thank you, thank you. That meant a lot or whatever. I'm like, thank you. What are you talking about, man? I'm not doing you a favor. When I say stuff, it's from the heart, it's real. Yeah. So it's I'm with that. It's oh, thank you. I'm just being me. So I appreciate it. I just wanted to say that because I appreciate it, man, because right now, at this point in time in my life, I took an interview that Muhammad Ali did years ago. Yeah. And I kind of lived by that. When he was retiring, he said, what I want to do is pretty much, help as many people as I can before I leave this earth and get closer to God. And that's, that's the thing. And that's my journey. That's it, man. So that's all I'm trying to do.
Hey, that's good. That's good word right there, brother. That's a good word.
You got any closing thoughts, my brother?
Hey, man, like you already mentioned, bro, it's a blessing to have you here with us. I know I've gained, a whole lot of knowledge, bro, just from, being in your presence, bro. Like I said, you got a lot to bring to the table. A lot of, young Black kids, man, they look up to you, bro. I'm sure, like you said, a lot of people already came up to you and told you these things, but don't be surprised, bro, because, our kids, is going to talk about, the legacy that you left behind, bro, for this, this area. So we appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you guys, man.
Absolutely.
He got a chill voice, and he give out humble tail whoopings in basketball, man. Y'all always remember that. Y'all always remember that. We thank y'all for listening, man. And until the next time, appreciate it.
Peace.